Hey guys, welcome back to the Bad Boys After Show. I'm your host, Maher Ahmed.
And I'm your co-host, Meeko Taylor.
Girl, we got a lot to talk about tonight because this was an episode that I think everybody was waiting for.
The nation has been waiting for this. Let's just get straight to it.
That fight, Jonathan, like he does not play.
You know how everybody complains about the editing and things like that. I don't think there was any way to edit that in anybody's favor. I think that is just how it happened. I'm pretty sure they could have got better angles, but boy, they should have left Jonathan alone. He wasn't even bothering nobody, too. That's why you should just minding your business, like it could save a life.
Right, and it could have kept your hair on your head. This was the
first. Whoa! How the hell did he do that? Like he just snatched them off. Do you notice Rio would not show his hair?
Did you notice that he would not get up off the ground? Head? He would not get up off the ground after the first round until he had something on his head, and that's
he was not trying to show us what his head looked like. I'm curious, like were those extensions? Like
I don't know. I honestly think he like glued them onto his hair.
He probably had like a little bit of hair in there and he's like able to like braid it in. I don't know, but what the hell? I feel like Jonathan did him a favor because them things was ugly anyways.
Yeah, no, he really did. Did you notice actually? I don't know if you felt the same way, but when watching this was the first episode where I thought the pacing was good. And I was like, damn, this whole episode was lit.
Where the what was good? Say that one more time.
The pacing of like the editing was
better. Everything. Yeah, no, this was the best episode. It was, oh my God. Yeah, I agree. So, it was the best episode Zeus has ever produced.
Agreed.
Our show, their show, past shows, like that's the best show that they ever produced. Not saying that like, just because like all the fighting and stuff, but just like all the like the excitement and entertainment. Like,
it was like suspenseful throughout the whole episode.
Yeah, they didn't leave us hanging. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And, like I'm watching this and I'm like, Rio's on the ground. He's trying to put something on his hair to cover up his head. And what's his name? Jonathan like yanks him by his leg. And the whole time that they're fighting, did you notice Milan is laughing? You're laughing at your friend getting his ass beat?
I didn't take it as laughing. I took it as like, holy shit. Mm-hmm. I'm scared. Because it's like, why are you guys fighting?
Right.
It's crazy. Like, it's just his whole body language and everything was just so off. And just like, I don't know. He just had like all the excuses in the book.
I think that's when he knew he fucked up because immediately after that fight happened, we knew and Milan knew that Jonathan in his head was like, you try to set me up. You brought this guy in to fight me and you got what you wanted.
Did you notice that he started kind of like running when Jonathan was like, you're next?
Yeah.
He kind of like, he started.
As he should.
Fast. And then you see Jonathan with the fire extinguisher. When we talk today. And then Milan starts getting all hype and bugged. I was like, oh, he's trying to burn the house down. Like,
boy, he's trying to do the opposite. Do you know what a fire extinguisher does?
Puts out fires. He doesn't start fires. Like, just keep making yourself look even worse and worse, bro.
If you're dumb, just say that. If you dumb, just say that.
Just say that you met your match.
Did he think he had like a flamethrower? I don't get it.
He knew that wasn't a fire extinguisher. He knew it was a fire extinguisher. God damn, I can't talk. He knew it was a fire extinguisher. Like, come on, you knew. He just needed something to get off buck for and see why he wanted to leave.
Yeah.
Can we talk about him calling the police?
Oh.
And he admitted it. Like, I'm calling the cops. Like, you didn't even say police, the boys, 12. You said cops.
Yeah, I'm calling the cops.
Calling the cops. All right, Karen.
I can't. And I was wrong. I thought they were strippers, but no, those were actual police. And
police.
I don't know what I just like when he sees them do absolutely nothing, them just do their walkthrough. He didn't even talk to them. So it's like, what, like you got nothing out of that. He must have been
the next day. the whole, they end up making that a part of the, we were right, remember?
Yeah.
We were like, it looked like it was from somebody's camera phone. It was. They weren't on set yet. I knew it. And somebody called.
Girl, we gotta go back to that second round when he literally.
Oh, okay, yeah, we skipped it. Okay,
if I slid you was a person, like it's Jonathan.
Jonathan went bowling, bro.
And Rio said online that he tripped over security's foot.
Bro, that was a slide. I ain't never tripped and slid like that.
Oh my God. Like
it looked like, remember when you was a little kid and like on a slip and slide? Mm-hmm. That was Rio.
Yeah. And look, it's like, I do think Rio is probably one of the people in the house that can fight. I mean, he clearly can swing, but Jonathan is just bigger than him.
And yeah, he's not afraid to fight.
Yeah.
I can say that. He's not afraid to fight. He ran up, but like running and get done up was a person, bro.
Okay, so you know how you were saying, did you like, how did he, like, what was his hair? Did he have those locks like glued in or something? Okay, did you not see what his hair looked like during that chair scene? Because if not, I gotta show you something.
No, I didn't. I couldn't see.
Let me see if I can screen share this, because, okay. Fuck, I'm gonna have to send you a picture, because this is the funniest shit ever.
Send it to me, so I'm eating.
You're good.
Send it to me.
Michael said it's giving Cynthia from Rugrats.
Bro. No way.
Oh my God. Okay, you got to zoom in on his hair.
Oh, you just sent it.
Like,
oh my God. Can you incorporate this in the show?
Oh, I'll put it like literally full screen.
Please zoom in. That is crazy. I don't even know how to feel.
He would not be seen. Like every time he got ripped off.
Yeah.
He found another shirt.
Neither would I. Hell no.
Right. Oh, absolutely not. But it's like, you had to have known that if you were going to get into a fight in that house, that was probably going to happen. No offense, but a bunch of gay boys. Someone was going to rip that shit off.
Mm-hmm. I've never seen that happen before. I've worn braids a lot of times. Mm-hmm. People wear braids for when they get into a fight.
Yeah.
One braid, two, not all of them.
He literally took off his shirt that second round so he could wrap that shit around his head. Carry On was getting a laugh out of it. You remember downstairs?
Can we talk about Carry On?
Yeah.
Can we please? Because he was getting on my nerves. I'm not even gonna lie. I love you to Carry On, but it's like, bro, move out of Jonathan's face.
I think he was flirting a little bit with him.
A little bit, but he was just like, what happened? Where your chain at? Like, bro, go away. Like,
he was just happy it had nothing to do with him. I think.
Yeah, so. I think so. It's not him this time. So it's just being nosy. I mean, I'm nosy too, but I'm not about to be there all up in the mix. I'm gonna wait after.
Yeah. Wait, I'm confused about whether, like, is Rio part of the cast? Did they just make him part, like, a replacement now? Because he definitely came in as just a guest and probably to start that fight. But now they're just like, okay, we'll give him interviews. We'll make him part of the cast. Like,
he was getting interviewed before that though, because he's like, if this is supposed to be our room, like, you know what I mean? So like, I'm really confused on that one. I think they're making it as if Milan invited him to stay in the house, but even though like that's not how casting stuff works, but it's just really weird. So I'm like really waiting to see how it plays out next episode, because all the boys are like, why is this dude here?
Exactly.
Like, hey, speaking of that, do you see how like Dylan was talking about how his shoes were missing?
Yeah.
And I saw, I believe Zeus had his T posted that Rio had on the same shoes
he took them.
that Dylan had on.
Yeah, he took them.
Bro, this is hilarious. Like, it's just, the plot keeps thickening. I can't.
Yeah. Wait, so you know how you were saying about his interview and how it was before, like when he came in and he did his first interview? I swear that was the exact same interview that he had after the fight. So I feel like, you know how you said like they do it the week after?
Yeah. They were asking him everything. So
yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. They probably, I don't know, man. Like, it's really weird. Like, I really want to know how they ended up making him a part of the cast. Was he casted and this was just how they brought him in? Mm-hmm. Or was he casted after?
Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised, by the way, if Milan threatened to leave if Rio did and Jonathan like stayed. Because again, like we saw what happened last time with that fight.
Yeah, Jonathan didn't even stay in the house. He was at the hotel the whole time. Like, I'm sad that Jonathan's not gonna be a part of the cast. I really feel like it would be more entertaining with Jonathan there.
Yeah.
You could tell that he's not problematic. Like
Mhm.
he didn't come in there starting shit with people.
Yeah.
He just wanted to share the master bedroom.
Mhm.
And I don't see what the problem with that was.
Milan was intimidated. So he's literally brought
Milan was intimidated by him before he even mentioned the room situation. Milan was intimidated by his status because he's not the only one. He's not, you know what I mean? Like that's what it was. And then I don't like people like that. Like you need certain people around you to feel bigger and better and like, you know what I mean? Like you're important when this world is big enough for all of us to shine.
Right.
You can tell Milan wanted it to be the Milan show, but Jonathan there, it's impossible.
Yeah.
So yeah, he was very much intimidated by Jonathan. I can't stand people like that. I swear, like it irritates my soul.
I know, me too. And he knew that the second that somebody else, whether it was Jonathan or somebody other smaller, whatever the case may be, if a replacement came in, they were going to go for that big bedroom because there are no more beds to sleep in. And that's the biggest bed. So being a replacement, you know, you always got to act a little bit tougher than other people. Otherwise, you'll probably get like, you know, jumped in or bullied into the group. So it's like, okay, I don't think Jonathan did that in that sense because I think he did that because that's who he is.
Yeah, he just came. Yeah, exactly. I'm pretty sure he was prepared to do his bully thing.
Right.
If it was somebody else of a lower status than Jonathan, but Jonathan is, I would say, has a higher status than Milan to me. Like his clientele is off the roof. Like, you know what I mean? Like his client base. Yeah. So
by the way, so
do better.
Gutta admitted, I think online and on the show, if you peeped it, that I mean he basically set Rio up with that whole him coming back in that chair fight. He called him to come back. Sorry, let me.
Jonathan.
Wait, yeah. So Gutta called Jonathan to come back while Rio was in the house, and then that's how that whole chair fight happened.
Oh,
yeah.
Was he messy?
Yeah. Again, I don't know if he did that to really set him up, but maybe. I think he liked the action, and he wanted to see it again.
He was waiting for that. Gutta kept saying like all these whack ass fights.
I do wish that they showed what they were saying, how Jonathan said in his interview that Rio hit him with the chair first. He threw it at him. So then he was like, okay, I'm gonna pick this chair up and beat the shit out of you with it.
Yeah, he said that online too. Him and Milan both released statements. Did you take a look at that?
Yeah.
So they both released statements about what really happened. And you know me, I'm reading in between the lines and there might be some truth to it all. Milan claims that Rio and Jonathan were hired to come and fight each other, and it got out of hand. And then Jonathan says that Milan started a lot of stuff and was one who pitched Rio to come to try and jump him or whatever. It just didn't go and went south and go how they planned.
They didn't know what Jonathan was bringing.
Exactly. And I believe it.
You saw his hand, like there was blood all down his arm from that chair. Like
who?
Rio.
I gotta go back and watch this shit.
He had to get stitches, and then in one of the clips that they got from the cell phone footage, there was blood all down his arm. Like he fucked his shit up. I'm assuming just trying to catch the chair, like part of a sharp edge, just slice him open. Yeah.
And every time, where's Milan?
Exactly.
Like, my thing is, sorry.
No, you're good.
My thing is, you know how TV production works. Because at the end of the day, it's still TV production. The whole fighting and stuff. Milan, you know it before you even got on the show. So you knew they were, whether it was what Zeus wanted, that what they were hired for or not, you knew that they were going to spin it like you called your friend over here for backup.
Yep.
So, you know what I mean? Or he probably didn't really know to the full extent how they were going to edit it. I don't know. But all I know is it just, that was not a good look. You called your friend, even in your confessional interviews, you're like, you know, I beat up everybody in this house, and I really don't have friends, no alliances. So I'm gonna call my homie, like, you know. So it's like, cut the crap, Milan.
Right. It's just so annoying because he's done all this shit talking on the show, so much shit talking that I know you've seen on the internet, and now him on top of Moolah, I don't know why. Will, I kind of understand. All of them have come out and said that they're not going to the reunion.
Who said it?
Milan, Moolah, and Will. And Milan, because everybody's saying that they were going to give him like the Julie BGC9 treatment, like everybody was going to fight him. So I don't know if that's his reasoning for not going to the reunion, but he said he's not going. Will's like, there's no way I'm going to go to that reunion because if Milan's not there, I'm going to be the punching bag. And Moolah, I don't know what his reasoning for not going is, but he said he's not going. So it's going to be either a very boring reunion or they're just not going to do it because everybody else, I think, is cool.
I think what it is I think Zeus needs to do a little bit better with the narratives of these shows because the fan base, because, you know, I definitely understand where all of them are coming from. I don't know what Lula's really reason is, but I understand William, Milan.
I mean, you started all that shit. You better go there like a man. Go there like a man and face your, I guess those are your demons. Face them.
Yeah, but I mean, I know that they, you know, they have to push a narrative. They need to get the views and things like that. But you got to do a little bit better at like protecting your cast members. Like, yeah. It doesn't make any sense because then pretty soon you're not going to have any shows because nobody's going to come to the reunion. Nobody's going to want to watch it anymore. You're not going to have no shows, you know, because same thing happened with our reunion, you know. I understand.
Right. And I totally agree with protecting your casts. Like that is a big thing. And I think people are just showing up less and less to these reunions because they don't feel safe or whatever. But I think a simple solution for them, if they've really wanted them to come, maybe for someone like Milan with that status and with the amount of money that he might have, he might not care. But you write in your contracts, like if you don't come to the reunion, you will get fined X amount. And I feel like that's what, I don't know if they do that, but that might make people come to the reunion and be like, okay, well, I don't want to get fined, so I'm going to come.
I wouldn't give a damn about that fine, honestly.
I know, that's what I was thinking too.
I've been rewatching Jocelyn Cabaret reunion because it was so cluttered and I couldn't see certain things, and like I've been seeing people talk about stuff that happened. I'm like, I didn't see that. I have to just keep watching it, and I'm just like,
it was so horribly like,
yeah, and it's just like, and you know, it just brings back flashbacks and things like that, and it's like all for the sake so y'all could get some laughs and giggles at home. And it's not worth it. It's not at all.
Really, so that the network can get paid so much money for people tuning into this.
And then they pay us pennies.
Yeah. Oh yeah, absolutely. Oh,
and then that's why that whole fine situation, bro, fine me. I don't care. Like, you know, like,
oh yeah, if I feel like I'm really not gonna be safe at that reunion, find me all you want.
Yeah.
Take me to court. I don't care. Like my safety at the end of the day I'm not gonna sacrifice that. But I mean, for something like this, I think like Milan himself, someone like him shouldn't be necessarily scared. I do think he should go. You know, he said so much.
I was about to say, I don't think anybody should necessarily be scared. Like, right. Jonathan, it's not even like he has real problems with y'all. You just started stuff, so just don't start stuff no more. And
if anything,
who else wants to fight?
Yeah, if anything, the other guys, the ones that are smaller than you, that you apparently can beat up, they have more of a problem with you than Jonathan does. Like they're all saying like they don't like him at all. Like, you know, Gutta's going off on him. So there's just so much going on. And except
for William.
Yeah. I just can't get over how much Milan posts online. It's like, dude, just take a break. Like have lunch.
Yeah, and he be on like all the platforms too. He be on like this other platform on there on live too. It's just like,
yeah. Are you talking about that Meeko app?
Yeah, I'm like, you ain't got nothing else to do.
Right. It's like, don't you have, like, you always say you're booked and you get paid all this money, like, but you're spending so much time on live and on Instagram. It's like, get those bookings.
I can't believe that we don't like Milan anymore. It's
I
so
know.
crazy.
No, because we were obsessed with him at the beginning.
I know. And it's just like, why did it have to happen like this? It's crazy. And it's just, I don't even know like how he can redeem himself from this. That whole cop calling situation, like, bro.
Yeah.
Why would you call the police?
You got nothing out of that. You saw him sitting in the bushes. Man, homeboy was just like, he was like the fucking the Simpsons, the Homer thing where he like backs up.
Oh yeah, exactly.
That's literally Milan. Like, if you really that scared, there's no way that you're that angry. You're genuinely scared that he's gonna come after you.
Trying to burn down the house. That's right. That's where he lost me at. I'm like, you sound just like you sound really scared. Like, no.
And why do you wait till he's out of the house to start yelling about the situation the next day? You didn't say anything when he came back.
Nothing wrong with being scared.
Yeah.
Okay. Let me just put that out there.
Just
but when you go around fighting people that, you know what I mean, for no reasons, and then now somebody else is here, you don't want to fight.
Right. Exactly.
So it's like, are you a fighter or are you not? But now he's like, his leg, he said he got like something happened to his leg, but nothing was wrong with your leg when you fought Carry On. No, like, that's what I don't understand. When you ran up on Carry On, you were so upset. Like, remember?
Yep. Yeah.
Now it's this. That's the only reason why I'm like, you did all of that. Like, you were so antsy to go run up on Carry On at the fashion show. What happened to your leg then, bro?
Exactly. It just, at the opportune times for him, so convenient when he wants to fight and when he feels like they've let their guard down and he has a one-up, then his leg doesn't hurt. But when he feels like he's pushed into a corner and he might not be able to win this fight, all of a sudden some part of his body hurts.
I'm not fighting anymore. Now you're not. Okay.
Yeah. You chose the right time to say that.
So it's like, pick a side. Like, are you a fighter? Is this what you do? Like,
yeah.
And then, dude, like, you old too.
I'm not
gonna say like you old because like I'm in my 30s as well, but I'm just saying we are too grown to be behaving like that. Like, it just shows such a lack of self-control.
I also just don't like how I understand that it was really fucking violent, but they did not give Jonathan the amount of time to show his personality at all. Like, all he did was fight.
Yeah.
He didn't get to have any fun. He didn't enjoy the party at all. Nothing.
I don't like that neither. He didn't even get to enjoy the house, nothing, go swimming, nothing. I didn't like that neither. Mm-hmm. And I feel like they're using his status because, you know, Jonathan be all over the shade room with his monkey and stuff. You know what I mean? Like, they're using his status to get trending and bigger and things like that. So I think it's messed up. But
wait, I need to show you.
I feel like Jonathan knew that though.
I need to show you what Jonathan said. He had me fucking dying. Where is it? I literally like posted on my story. He said, where is it? He is hilarious. He's talking about pricing sheets for his hair. He said, you can get number one. These are the options. Rio special option. 1 release lethal hands and make him bald, $15,000. Rio special 2, slide that ass and clean him up, then put him to bed with a chair going for $200,000. Coming back for more and knock him into a pool, $10,000. By the way, I forgot about that. That pool. Yeah, it wasn't a pool, but it wasn't like a little
lake in the front.
Yeah, that little pond. I thought he was gonna drown him. He was punching while he was like under the water. I'm like, dude, that's a little crazy.
Crazy.
Yeah, he's. I mean, that was like a lot. Like, I feel kind of bad for production. They were flipping the table with all the production stuff on there. I think Rio picked up that big table.
Yeah, he did. He was about to pick up the table and try to throw. And see, and it's so funny because like before the show, like when we started filming and airing, it's like I was worried about this type of stuff. I'm like, these is grown men fighting. It's gonna be hard to stop them. And then like,
Absolutely.
you know what I mean? And that's exactly what it was. And then Jonathan loses his chain, and now he's about to fight security. You saw
Yeah, when he
that.
pushed him back and he was like, "Stop fucking grabbing me!" I was like, "Oh god!" I was like, I kind of feel like that's a big ass security guard, but Jonathan, I feel like could take him if he got.
I feel like that would have been a good little
Yeah.
match right there.
Oh god, like I do feel bad for security sometimes because it's like, you know, they probably don't get paid enough to deal with all that.
I don't know. It's crazy because it's like it's not even necessarily something that they deal with. They're taking orders on when to stop it, when to stop
Exactly.
it, who to hold, who not to hold.
Mhm.
Like, you know what I mean? And like that's what I don't like. And that's why I said they need to do better at protect, like at least keeping the fights fair. And you know, if that because they're grown, like so if they want to fight, let them fight, but keep it fair because you don't want to be too violent or whatever. But don't hold one person and not the other.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Break up the goddamn fights.
Exactly. Just
Don't sit there and let them fight. Like,
yeah, you can't be biased with that. Like y'all acting like you watch the shows and you. I mean, obviously you're there, but it's like you can't just like one
they
person.
be having their favorites, and we talk about that.
Oh, we got our answer, by the way, as to whether Rio was gay or straight, because he was saying this bitch, this girl, this girl, this girl, and I was like, oh, okay,
He gay.
we know now.
Yeah, the way he was moving and talking and stuff, like I could tell he might be gay or he might be bi.
Yeah, you know what? I still think he's good looking with the hair right.
He has his moments in his pictures. I was looking at his Instagram, like he has some of his moments where he looks nice, like he looks good, and then he has some of his moments where he gives me too gay.
Mhm.
And then like sometimes where he wears his hair, I don't like it. But I can say he has a really, really nice voice. He can sing really.
Yeah. That's
sing.
another thing is that like if he didn't just come in here being a follower, being Milan's follower, then he could have probably brought some personality and we could have liked him. I
think
don't
so
dislike
too. Because
him.
his confessionals was funny when he was talking about Jonathan, like the still stuff he was saying was kind of funny.
Yeah.
Not you know, choosing sides or anything, but something says a joke and it's funny and we laugh.
Because I can't really say that I dislike him. We didn't see enough of him. We haven't seen enough of him. Maybe we'll.
I just didn't like that he came in fighting for Milan and got beat up while doing it. Like,
Yeah.
And then you notice, so he said he was like, I didn't see Milan leave, but I don't know what happened because that nigga was not there by your side, bro.
Exactly. Yeah, that's not your friend. That's not your friend. I can promise.
Both times.
Yeah, I hope he watches that footage back and is like, "We're not cool like that." Because there's no way that you could be like hit him up again and be like, "Oh, hey, you want to get lunch after you?"
According to Milan, they were never friends. He was just hired by Zeus.
Did he not say that was my best friend? Well, I mean, even if that's the case, I don't know. Like, the least
Milan is a flip flopper, and I can't like.
The least you could do is try to, even if that's not your friend, the least you could do is try to break it up. Now, I'm not saying jump in because I don't like jumping, but try to
or at least talk to your friend and tell him, hey, stop fighting him, bro. Like,
take the L and go.
There's nothing wrong with taking an L. We all take L's sometimes.
Right.
Like,
just
my hair get kind of flat.
No, it looks good.
You know, people get annoyed when I be messing with my hair too much. But yeah, no, I don't know.
I think so honestly, if I remember correctly, or unless they just haven't shown anything like in the trailer, because I feel like what Zeus says, one thing that they do is show almost every single fight that happens in the season in their trailer. I'm pretty sure from now on, since Jonathan is gone, that it's gonna be like pretty chill, which is fine with me. I'm down to see like more of the personalities and stuff outside of the fighting, but it's probably
I know, but it's like, does Jonathan have to leave? Like,
maybe just remove him, put him in the hotel again, bring him back.
I think it was his choice to leave, though. I think he's just like over it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't think I doubt that they hired him like, hey, we need you to fight people. Like, I'm pretty sure if there was a conversation or something about like what he needs to bring to the show, but I don't think he thought it was going to be like that. And like, he's probably there all of maybe like a week.
He might also just be thinking like, look, I fought this dude 3 times. If I go back to that house, I'm going to want to fight him again because he's my enemy now. So let me be smart and leave because I'm gonna keep making myself look bad. Not myself look bad, but like I don't want to just be in a house fighting every single day.
Yeah, and like he has professional
Mhm.
celebrity clients and things like that. Sometimes people don't want to be associated with stuff like that.
Exactly.
So that could be it too. Like I said, he probably didn't think it was gonna be like that. And so, you know what I mean? If he has a brand and a name and an image to protect, and it's not worth it. This show's not worth it.
Yeah. Is there anything that you're looking forward to for the rest of the season? Because I'm sure there's just gonna be a couple more episodes because we're already on episode like.
I'm honestly not like
You're over.
I'm a little over Bad Boys Club. Like
Same here, a little bit.
not giving what I thought it was gonna give.
Like that was the best episode, and I don't think they'll have another one like that. And I'm not saying
it was satisfying because it was like it's so cool, like it's so satisfying when someone is just being so chill and nice, and then you get other people trying to bully,
mm-hmm.
and
it didn't work.
It didn't work in their favor like they thought it did. Yeah, so that's why it was refreshing to see. Not that I enjoy seeing violence or anything like that, but it was nice to see the bully.
Yeah.
Of the house.
The bully get bullied. Not even get bullied, just get done up. You know.
I know.
I do feel bad with the chair situation because that looked painful. That cut. Like you got to go back and watch that because you will see that blood trailing down his arm.
Yeah, I gotta go and check
that. I do think is a little much, like because I think that's when it's taken too far. So I kind of understand like a little bit, only a smidge, why Milan was so pissed with that situation. Because I'd be like, look, like guys, like we're in a house together, we can't be like fucking trying to kill each other. But
if somebody threw a chair,
you threw a chair at me first.
All hell, it's up. Like that means to do whatever I want. I'm gonna go get a knife.
True.
My life is you tried to kill me.
Right. And you tried to pick up a table the other night.
Exactly.
Right. Yeah, that
wanted to dump me, but Milan disappeared.
Mm-hmm. He was nowhere to be found every time one of the fights happened. Just convenient, you know.
Yeah, he was scared that the house was gonna get burned down.
Right. Well, guys, look, if we're gonna try and do next week, I think we can because there's the music video, so maybe it is really fun and entertaining. We have a lot to talk about, but if that's the only thing to talk about, what? It's gonna be a 5-minute long after show.
That's what I was about to say. We're running out of things to talk about.
Yeah.
The show didn't give what it gave. I mean, the first okay, so we had some good times. We got to know the guys a little bit. We had some characters change up, like Moolah, he's likable now. Curtis is likable now. Darrell, you like him, you know what I mean?
And I really like Curtis now. I've seen videos of him and like he was at Gutta's performance. I don't know where he was performing, but like Gutta was like, or Curtis was like hyping him up while he was on the mic. I like their friendship.
Yeah, he's so cute.
Really cool. I like Curtis a lot now.
I like Curtis, yeah. Yeah, we got to know the guys and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
I just think that they're kind of over it. I think I don't know. I just think production needs to just up their game a little bit more. They need to go hang out with some people from Bun and Murray and YouTube and stuff and see how they do things and
take notes. Take notes. It's really not that hard, especially with they have such a big budget. They can do so much. And I think what they're doing, which we just saw with the baddies, how they're traveling and everything, that is such a good idea. At least it gives more content. I don't know what it's going to be like. It could flop like season 1 did, but at least they're going places. And I think it gives the girls more of an experience and more excitement so that they're not just sitting in the house bored all day, waiting for the cameras to turn on and then being told to do certain things and say certain things. It's not real. And then I don't think it's what any of the guys expected, you know?
Right. I did like how they did, attend a few parties. They threw their own party.
Those were the best parts.
Those parts. Studio, you know. So let's just see what the rest of the season has in store for us.
We're not saying no to after shows for the next episodes. We're not saying no to that. We will just play it by ear and see what the episodes are like. If they're giving enough to have a 30-minute conversation and talk about everything, then of course we'll do it. But I mean, we'll even let you guys speak in the comments. Like, if you feel like it's not worth us doing an after show, please say that. Be honest with us.
Please, yeah.
Yeah.
Because if we don't have nothing to talk about, we don't have nothing to talk about.
Right. We don't want to bore you guys to death.
Right.
For 40 minutes talking about absolutely nothing.
Right. So we'll play it by ear. We'll see what Rio's about next week, right? Because Rio will be a part of the cast. We'll see how the guys accept him in, because they're a bit confused why he's there too. So yeah, so we'll just see what's up.
Yeah, and comment, guys, down below how you feel about this episode. There was so much that happened. Let us know what you feel about Rio, about Jonathan, with Milan, everything that went down. And Meeko, give you plugs.
All right, well, you guys, thank you so much for tuning in again. You guys know who I am, Meeko Taylor. You guys know where to find me as well. Yeah, that's about it.
All right, guys, be sure to follow me at Don't Touch My Hair. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, please. Mo visuals. We got something else coming out that I'm actually recording right after this. Hint, hint, Jocelyn's Cabaret reunion. So we're going to be talking about that. A lot of shit. But thank you guys for tuning in. Hopefully we'll have some more stuff for you next week for Bad Boys. Thank you so much for watching, tuning in, and thank you for joining me, Meeko.